In this video, I'm playing a 5-point match against XG and analyzing it. One of my favorite ways of improving and learning and studying is by playing against XG. I know a lot of people prefer to play other people, but as a learning exercise, playing against XG is outstanding because it's fast. You don't have to wait for your opponents to think. You just play and you maximize the efficiency of the games that you play and the study, because afterwards you can the match is automatically transcribed and you can review it and learn from all the errors. There are many tools you can use in XG to study and learn, and I'll show you some of those in this video. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. With the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. Again, I'm playing a 5-point match against XG on a beautiful red Gammoner board. The XG board is made by Rain. He makes beautiful XG boards. There's a link in the description to where you can get them. I'm playing the black checkers at the bottom, XG the red checkers at the top. I'm sorry, the white checkers at the top, bearing off on the left. A 5-point match, and here we go. 4-2 is a good opening roll, makes the 4-point. Now with the 5-1, I bring one down and split the back checkers. Double 2 comes up all the way. 3-2. I guess I want to make an advanced anchor. Only 8 checkers in the zone. When your opponent makes an advanced anchor, it becomes increasingly important for you to do so. Was pointed on head, so that's 1, 2, 3. And I don't think I want to come out to let him unstack and hit me there. Although, I don't want to be hit there either. Guess if I'm hit loose over here, it allows him to slot the next point he wants to make. I can do something like this and stay back. I think this may be the right idea. I know it does leave 3-1, double 1, and double 4, as well as like loose hits with 3s, 1s. If I don't hit, I have a chance to anchor. I could also run, but I don't think that's the right idea. Not certain here, but I think I'd rather be attacked outside. So double, I can still take, I think, 2, 4, 6, 8 checkers in the zone. Attacked here, there's an anchor. I have 2 checkers back, but I have a 2-point board. Long way to go. Race is close. Take this one. 6-4 was hit there. So there's the 5 and the 3. I'll go there. 6-3 hits twice. Now there's some gammon danger. You have to be careful at this score. So that was a good roll. I cannot afford to hit right now. Too many blots. That would leave 2 blots, and 2s can hit here. 1s, 5s, 5s. That's a lot. I have to just play safe. White still has 3 blots to consolidate. I might get a shot next. Not yet. So here, and I'll slot the next point. Double 5 comes in. 6-3, I'll make that point and bring one down and make the next point. Okay, 4-3. Make the next point. It may have some awkward numbers next. 1, 2, 3, and very behind in the race, but I think this brings the builder to the right place. 6-2. May get a shot, but I may not get a shot. Do get a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good for the race. I'm going to have to abandon the anchor soon anyway. So do I want to abandon the anchor? I suppose I'm going to have to run anyway soon. Yeah, this will save more gammons. 6 come in perfectly. Double 5. It's like too little, too late. All right, so now I'm down 2-0, 5 away, 3 away, 6-4. I can hit there. 6-2 will hit and come out. Okay, 4-1. So I think I can hit twice here. What are the alternatives? Nothing great. I mean, I could do this, but that makes that awkward stack. This really works well when it does work. Like there. Now, I may have a double. I only have 8 in the zone, but I have numbers to hit here. 2 checkers back, 1 on the bar. This blot is here where I'd like to make it. I'm behind in the score. Ahead in the race. Calls for an aggressive play. Okay, so 6-4. I'm going to cover and cover there. Double 4. Okay, so that worked out. 6-3. I'm going to hit loose there. Okay, so now I have some gammon chances. I'm going to cover here and just keep going for the attack. 3-1 comes in twice, and now I'm going to have to do something. Double 2. So 1, 2, 3. I can also go 1, 2, 3, 4. No blots. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, when you're blitzing, it doesn't matter if you have high points or low points. Okay, double 1 brings in 2 checkers, looking for a 6 to cover. Don't get it. Okay, so I think I'll come up there and come down here. Leave that there because I have the stronger board. Double 6, that didn't turn out well. Okay, 6-3, so there's the 3. And the 6 have to come in. 5-3 breaks the midpoint. Okay, 6-5. And I have to do this. 4-1 hits. And steps up. 6-2 makes that anchor. All right, 3-2. So I'll step up and slot that back point. Have to try to get to the edge of the prime. That was a good number anyway. Now it's really hard to redouble here at the score. I have 2 on the bar. See, now he's trying to blitz and close things out. 6-2 will hit and cover. Need some 3s. Immediately, if not sooner. 4-3 is going to hit loose. And shifts. Okay, 6. All right, now if I can get another 6. Okay, so that improved my position a lot. Now just 1 more 6 to get in. There'll be a little bit of time for him to kind of come around. So that'll give me some time to roll a 6. So that was good. 4-1 was looking for a 6-1. No. No. So this will probably be a doubled gammon for the match. Unless I can roll big and save it. Okay, so I want to maximize crossovers. Go here and here. Now I want to see like what numbers get crossover. So every number crosses over here. 6s are good here. 3s are good here. Those are the kinds of things I think about. And you want to spread out the checkers. So the 6, you want to come in perfectly, and the 5 come there. Double 4 will take off 3 and play 1 of the ace point. Okay, 2-1. We get 2 crossovers, spread out the checkers. Gonna need some big doubles soon. That's not big enough. And maybe just there. That looks like gin. Now I'll analyze it. So that was a quick 2-game match, but there's still always something to learn. So I'll go through these. So I'll put it on the arrow, go through the straightforward ones quickly. The 5-1 was a regular split, and the 3-2. Yeah, it looks like these plays were close, but this turns out to be on top. This results in this play, and it's basically you want to make an advanced anchor if your opponent has an advanced anchor. Okay. If there was maybe one more checker in the zone, let's see what happens here. So what if there were one more checker in the zone? Now it's a little bit more dangerous to do that. Let's see what happens. This is what you can do. See, now this play becomes an error. Okay, so that's actually what I had mentioned when I was looking at this. So look at the initial. Because there are only 8 checkers in the zone, it's hard for white to attack. But if you modify the position like this and now bring a 9th checker into the zone, now stepping up with both is an error. So this is one of the tools you can do, you can use on XG to learn. What you do is you go to the original position and hit Control Shift C for copy. Then you open up another instance of XG and hit Control V for paste. It says the current game is not saved. You want to save it now? No, I do not. But now it shows that position. And then what you can do is modify it by doing that. And then you hit the plus plus. I've already done it for this one. So we saw that now you don't want to step up with both. You step up with one, but not with the other one. You keep the goalkeeper back. Plus, you're more behind in the race here. So let's even out the race here by doing that to see what happens. One of the things you have to consider is like when you modify things, the race may change. So now this one is close. So it's the number of checkers in the zone. That's one of the things. This double 3 was the blunder. I had the right idea initially. It was this, resulting in this position. And what I did was I stepped out, which was a little bit of an overplay. I was concerned I didn't want to be hit here. However, again, with 8 checkers or 2, 4, 6, 8 checkers in the zone, not that bad. When I'm hit loose here, I get direct return shots, but if I'm hit loose here, I get indirect return shots. So there are fewer shots that would hit back. So we'll look at it on the dice distribution, and this is what you can do. You select this one, hold down the control key, select the second one, right click, go to dice distribution. You can see a variety of things. One thing I recommend is going to the graph. The first thing I hit is the icon with the most red bars. And let me move this over a little bit. And then I double click it to make it a 2D graph. And this shows everything, but it doesn't show all the rolls in the same order. So this is your equity. You see you have higher equity here than here. These are a little bit lower. Sometimes it's difficult to see. Let's look at the dice map. The problem with this is that they're not on the same scale. So what I've done is I've created a tool to show the dice distribution a little bit better. So what we'll do is this is the resulting position after the top play. So the blot is over here, and the checkers also move from the 8 to the 6, which is actually valuable because usually you want a little bit more checkers on the 6 than the 8. The reason is ultimately you'll be willing to break the 8 to make an interboard point, but you don't want to break the 6 to make an interboard point. So this is the top play, and then this is the selected play that leaves the blot here. This is the dice distribution. So this has 4 panels. The panel on the upper left shows the equity heat map after play A. So this is after the correct play of staying back and playing 8 to 6 with the final 2. This shows my resultant equity after each of the opponent's 36 rolls, double 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, and so forth, with an average column on the right. The panel on the upper right shows the same thing after the second play. These two are on a color scale from blue to red. Blue is the best. Red is the worst. The darker the blue, the better. The darker the red, the worse. You see, it's much more blue over here and much more red over here. You see these 6s over here are really bad. And if we go back to the position and look at it, all these 6s are bad because they leave a shot. However, over here, I can be hit with 3s and 1s. But let's look at this. The 3s and 1s, They're not terrible except the 3-1 and the double 3 and double 1. But the other threes where they hit loose is not so bad. The panel on the lower left is an equity difference heat map. So what it does is it takes the equity value from a given cell in the upper right and subtracts that from the equity value in the corresponding cell in the upper left. So that gives a swing roll. So in the panel on the lower left, it shows after which rolls you would have preferred to make play A versus play B. So here, blue favors play A, red favors play B, and the darker the blue, the more it favors play A, and the darker the red, the more it favors play B. So you see there's much more dark blue, and if you have difficulty distinguishing the shades of the color, these are plotted here. So here you can see 6-5, 4-2, 6-2. These are the swing rolls, okay? So there are only a few numbers. There are a few rolls which you would have preferred to play A, which is 4-3, double 4, and 3-1. So let's go here. I'll copy this and I'll paste it here. Okay, so let's say you make this play like this. Now the opponent rolls, let's see, 3-1, double 4, and 4-3. Okay, so 3-1 points on head. Double 4 makes the point on head, and 4-3 hits twice. Okay, so that's obviously bad. However, if you play here and the opponent rolls any 6, that's a lot of numbers. So this slide shows how all the plays play. So this is after play A. If the opponent rolls a 6-5, just brings 2 checkers down and you have shots. But after play B, it hits. That's a big swing. So you see that big swing there. Many big swings over here with the 6s that hit. All of these hit. Okay, there are only a few hits over here. There are some here, but these get direct shots. Okay. So the lesson here is you don't want to give the opponent more good numbers. Okay. There are a few numbers that are good here. But here there are many more good numbers. Okay, let's look at the double decision. Whenever I play a match, I like to look at the doubling decisions and really analyze it to and that really helps strengthen my game. So you can see here, this is a 5-point match. White is winning 63% of the time with 24% gammons. And that's actually important because when you're at this score and you're winning a lot of gammons, those are valuable because a gammon on a a gammon on a 2 cube gets you 4 points. And that gets you the Crawford game, which is valuable. So let's take a look at it and look at it here, paste it, and look at it for unlimited, for money. And this is much weaker. So you see, well, not much weaker, but this is 635 here, whereas here it's 616. Okay, so it's a little bit less. Okay, part of the reason for that is because of the gammon value. So gammon value tells you how valuable a gammon is. There are all sorts of calculations that you can do. I won't go into that in detail because I've done another video, but let's go to XG. You can hit Control-Alt-K for cube information, and that'll bring this up. You can also go to analyze cube information there. Okay, and then what you want to do is look at the gammon value. If you select unlimited, it's always 0.5 regardless of the cube level. Okay, so now let's go to match play. At 5 away, the gammon value is a little bit less on a center cube, but once the cube goes to 2, the gammon value increases because, as I said, a gammon on a 2 cube gets you to the valuable Crawford score. So what that means is this 23% gammons or 24% gammons, I'll click for double take, and then I'll click here for double take. These gammons are more valuable at this score than for money. Okay, so that's important to know. Okay, then the other thing you could do is go to dice distribution, Control-Alt-D, Okay. And I go to graph, click the icon with the most red bars. I double click it to make it a 2D graph, and then I click after double take. So you're going to want to see what the market losing sequences are. So the first roll is half of the sequence. You can see this is 1. So if it's greater than 1, it's a market loss. Double 6 is huge. Double 1 is big, and 6-4. So double 6 will hit there and hit there. What were the other ones? Was it double 4 and double 1? Or let's see, double 1 and 6-4. Double 1 makes the point and hits. 6-4 makes that point or hits twice. And double 3 is really good too. Can probably hit twice. Okay. Especially after double take. So you think about that, but there's a lot of other rolls that are okay. So the other thing I do is put it on another board, paste it here, and say, okay, so this is a double. What if I had made the other play? Now it's not a double, and the equity is lower. So that's a change we can make. Let's say we just modify it this way. You see that checker there is key in making it a double. So let's see, what can we do to make it a not a double? What if I have the bar point? It's a little bit stronger, so that's not a double. And how do we make it stronger? That's much stronger with the extra checker in the zone. When you're threatening to attack and blitz and win a lot of gammons, every extra checker in the zone is huge. And now what if it's spread out here? That's going to make it even stronger. No. Okay. Because it's not bearing on that point. Okay. So what if go back to the position, and what if this checker were back here? Now that 6-4 doesn't work. So it's a double, but it's weaker. Sorry. It's 639 here. Oh, that's the same. That's the original position. Let me modify it there now. 639, 671. Interesting. I guess the double 6 are even more powerful because you can point on head twice. Okay, so let's go back to the original position and make some score changes. So when gammons are valuable, like at 4-away, 5-away, now this is going to be much stronger. See how much stronger that is? Because that one extra point gets you to 4-away. When you win a double gammon at 4-away, you win the match perfectly. Now, here's something really important to learn. 4-away, 5-away, it's a strong double. At 3-away, 5-away, let's see what happens. There's a big difference. You see, it's a big blunder to double. So that's an important lesson. There's a big difference between 4-away, 5-away, and 3-away, 5-away in gammonish positions. Why? Because at 3-away, if you win a doubled gammon, gammon on a 2-cube, you get 4 points, right? But if you're at 3-away and you win 4 points, at 4-away, when you win 4 points, you get 5 points. So you go out perfect. But at 3-away, if you win 4 points, you get 7 points. So that's 2 points extra. Right? A doubled gammon. No, it's at 3-away, you get 6 points. You get 2 plus 4 is 6. So that's 1 point of overage. Sorry. But look at how big of a difference that makes. Look at the gammon value on a 2-cube. At 3-away, 5-away. It's much lower. Okay. So that's really important to understand. So those are some of the valuable things you can do when you're looking at doubling decisions. Okay, then continuing, the rest of it was relatively straightforward with the 5-3 come in, couldn't move there. With the 5-4, see, hitting would have been a big blunder here. If you hit loose there like this, there are way too many return shots against a stronger board. Okay. What if the board were stronger? So what if I had a 3-point board? That's going to be closer. Look at that. Now it's a blunder not to hit. Okay. So it has to do with the board strength. And these are the things you do on XG to learn. You have to do experiments. You have to modify the positions. Okay, going back here, 6-3, just preparing the board and then preparing the board again, making the board. 4-3, these were all very close. Double 3, 6-2, nothing special. A double 1, 3-2, yeah, it was right to run here. And that was it for that game. On to game 2. So hits there with the 4. Okay. So it prefers like this. Results in this position as opposed to this position. I guess this leaves more blots and it doesn't unstack the 6-point. And the other thing is you're blitzing here. So again, as I said, when you're blitzing, it doesn't matter when you have deep points or high points. So this is where you want to double. So let's look at this here for a money game. Here it's no double, but because I'm trailing in the score here, you look at the gammons here, you're winning a lot of gammons. The gammon value on a 2 cube, it's oh, there's the center cube, 734, highly elevated. Okay. But for money, it's 0.5. So these extra gammons are more valuable. Usually gammons are more valuable for the trailer. Okay, and let's see, what would make it into a no double? What if these checkers were like that? Okay, so you see the fact that I have these spread gives it more options to double. So it makes it stronger. What if this checker were on the bar? Still a take. And what if this point were closed? Now it's a pass. What if I had the point closed, but there's only one checker on the bar? Now it's a borderline pass. Okay. So these exercises are highly valuable because you modify the position and then you learn by determining what are the important features that make it a double or make it a no double, whether it's the checkers or the score. Okay, so then with the 6-4, cover and cover. 6-3 I hit. 5-1, I continue the blitz and cover. Double 2. Okay, yeah, so this is the one I was looking at. Hitting loose like that, that's a blunder. A lot of people I know would probably hit loose to just put the checker on the bar and get the more valuable point. But when you're blitzing, the high points and low points have relatively equal value because your goal is just to blitz. You want to close them out. You don't want to get hit back. And the 3-2 here, I had the right idea, but it wanted this. I guess that duplicates the 4-2. So when you do this, it duplicates the 4-2, whereas this one doesn't. Okay, gives more different numbers. Okay. Then the 6-3, it'd like to come out, I guess, because you want to put checkers in front of stripped points, because if white is going to hit, he'll have to break a valuable asset. Okay. And then continuing 6-5, this is where you have to come out and hit loose. And 6-2 anchors, 3-2. It slightly prefers this one, but that's okay. 6-2 was like that. And There wasn't a lot I can do. That was pretty much it. And there was a gammon for the match. Okay, so I didn't have too much luck there, but it was actually a good match because I learned. That's the important thing about doing this. This is where you learn. I don't really care about winning or losing in these. Of course, when you're playing a match or a tournament or a money game or something like that, you want to win. But here, the goal is not to win or lose, it's to learn. And a lot of these things I looked at, and that's how you study and learn. Like the double twos, I saw that you don't want to leave that shot in the outfield, leaves too many blots, and then you get return shots. And the doubling decisions, we looked at to see when it's a double, when it's not a double. You can modify the position and modify the score, and those are great tools to use in XG, as well as the dice distribution. You can see all those things. We also saw like some of the blitz positions. It doesn't matter whether you have high points or low points. When you're blitzing, you're just trying to close out the opponent, make as many interboard points as possible, and put as many checkers on the bar as possible. So this is a great way to learn by playing against XG. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below and what you'd like to see in future videos, and I'll work on that. With the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. Again, my book, Backgammon Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. I look forward to seeing you in future videos, and until then, keep rolling your dice.